Hello, third graders. Welcome to your economics review. This is for your test and to go over everything we have learned so far in economics. I would recommend getting your packet and your questions out so that you can look at them, as well as your study guide as we go through all of these questions. So let's get started. First question, what is an opportunity cost? Think about that. We talked all about it. Is it giving money to a bank? The thing you give up when you buy something else? Anything used to produce goods or depend on others to produce things that you need? An opportunity cost. It is the thing you give up when you buy something else. Remember, in order to purchase one thing, you have to give something else up because we cannot purchase everything that we want. What is a resource? We talked about three kinds of resources. Is it giving money to the bank, a country's system of money, anything used to produce goods, or trading without using money? Which one is a resource? It is anything used to produce goods. And remember, we talked about three kinds of resources. We talked about natural, human, and capital resources. What is barter? We talked about this with trade, barter. The things that you give up when you buy something else, not having enough of something, to give money to a bank, or to trade without using money. What does it mean to barter? You should say it means trading without using money. Remember, I'll give you my cookie for your cookie, back and forth. What is specialization? Think about that word in there, special. Is it making one kind of good or service, not having enough of something, anything used to produce goods, or the things that you give up to buy something else? What does specialization mean? If you're thinking about the word special, you should have said making one kind of good or service because you specialize in it. What is interdependence? Think about inter means together. Interdependence. Does it mean depending on others to produce things that you need? The thing that you give up where you buy something else? A country's system of using money, or to give money to a bank? Interdependence means depending on others to produce things that you need. All right, what does deposit mean? Deposit, we talked about when we talked about saving and spending. Is it trading without using money, a country's system of money, to give money to a bank, or anything used to produce goods? What does it mean to deposit? Give money to a bank. Remember, if you put your money in a bank account, you're depositing your money into that account. What is currency? This was something we just recently talked about, currency. Trading without using money, anything used to produce goods, a country's system of money, depending on others to produce things that you need. You should have said it is a country's system of money. We talked about United States, the Canadian, Mexican, and Caribbean currency. What is scarcity? Think about that word scarcity. Making one kind of good or service, trading without using money, not having enough of something, or the things that you give up when you buy something else. What is scarcity? Not having enough of something. If it's scarce, it's not enough. Which list shows only needs? Think about needs versus wants. Which is only needs? Nail polish, television, sweater, sweater, water, apple, shirt, shoes, shirt, necklace, water, shirt, nail polish. Only needs should have been sweater, water, apple. Remember, you need food, water, clothing, and shelter. So sweater for clothing, water to drink, apple to eat. When you go to the store and you buy a bag of potato chips, you are a producer, consumer, natural resource, human resource. Think about that. Buying a bag of potato chips, you would be a consumer because you are using the good, you are consuming it. Which is an example of bartering. Bartering has to do with trading. Tim gave his cookie to Rita. Rita gave Tim an apple in exchange. Lisa washed Mrs. Daniels' car. Mrs. Daniels paid Lisa $5. Becky's mother wrote a check for groceries at the grocery store. Or Mary gave Susan a present for her birthday. Think about bartering, remember, is back and forth. The only one that goes back and forth is Tim gave his cookie to Rita, and Rita gave Tim an apple in exchange. The other ones only went one way. Which item is not a service? So we talked about goods and services. Which one is not a service? Haircut, piano lessons, car wash, a pack of gum. The one that's not a service, a pack of gum. The others are a service. A pack of gum is a good because you can touch it and purchase it. In July, a store is running low on sunscreen. What is the supply and demand for the sunscreen? So think about supply means what's available. Demand is what do people want? Is it high demand and high supply, meaning a lot of people want it and there's lots of it available? High demand, low supply, lots of people want but not a lot available. Low demand and low supply, meaning hardly anyone wants it, but there's not much available. Or low demand, high supply, not many want and lot is available. Well, in July, sunscreen, it would be high demand and low supply. A lot of people want it, high demand, but there isn't very much available. In November, what will probably happen to the price of Halloween costumes? I'll give you a hint. Halloween happens in October. So what will happen to the price of Halloween costumes in November? A, the price is going to go up. B, the price will go down. Or C, the price will stay the same. The price will go down because no one's going to want a Halloween costume in November. How does advertising affect the demand for a product? So remember, advertising is like commercials. Does advertising make the demand go up? Advertising make the demand go down? Or advertising doesn't change the demand for a product? For this one, it would be advertising makes the demand go up because more people are going to want to go buy it. What happens when you borrow money from a bank? So I'm going to go to the bank and ask for money. Is it A, the bank pays you interest, B, you pay the bank interest, meaning that you're giving the money back, you make a deposit in the bank, or the bank has to pay someone else interest? What happens when you borrow money from the bank? It is you pay the bank interest. Remember, when you take out money and you have to pay it back, they charge you an interest rate. Tea leaves, so tea leaves do not make a good form of money because tea leaves are they not portable, meaning carrying around, divisible, meaning I could break it into smaller, or durable, meaning last a long time. Why are tea leaves not good money? They are not good money because they are not durable. They're thin and filmy and they would break apart easily and not last long. Giant rocks do not make a good form of money because they are not, think about a giant rock. Is it not portable, moving around easily? divisible, breaking it apart, or C, durable? Well, if it's a giant rock, it's not good because it is not portable. It's also probably not very divisible, but it's definitely not portable. What is a loonie? We talked about this when we talked about currency. What is loonie? A kind of money that was used in ancient China, the kind of paper that Mexican money is printed on, the nickname of an 11-sided coin from Canada, a person who does not want to barter with another person. What is a loonie? It is a nickname of an 11-sided coin from Canada. Loonies come from Canada because it is the bird. True or false? The United States is the only country in the world that has money called dollars. That is false. Canada also has dollars, and so does parts of the Caribbean. True or false? Canadian money is printed on plastic paper called polymer. Look at your study guide on the back if you can't remember, but this is true. They printed on plastic paper called polymer. All of the countries in the Caribbean use the same kind of currency. And we talked about this because the Caribbean islands are made up of different countries. So this would be false. They all have different types of currencies depending on their home country. Canadian, Mexican, and East Caribbean money all have pictures of Queen Elizabeth. That is false. Canadian and Caribbean do, but Mexican money does not have a picture of Queen Elizabeth. Mexican bills are different lengths to make them easy to tell apart. That is true. It is easy because of the different color and the different lengths. Using money makes getting things you need much easier. That is true. Remember we talked about the example of the farmer, if they wanted shoes, but they sold corn and the shoemaker doesn't want corn, they want potatoes. The whole process of having to go about trading and bartering. So money makes it easier. All right, let's look at each of these items and decide if it is a natural, human, or capital resource. So we have eggs, oven, spoon, baker, butter, mixer, and chef. Think about if it's natural from the earth, human, meaning a human's doing it, or a capital all other. So let's look. Eggs are natural. They come from a chicken, which is earth. An oven and a spoon are both capital resources. They're a tool. A baker is a human. Butter is also natural. We made butter from our whipping cream or heavy milk. A mixer would be a capital, and a chef is a human. So think all the way through those. Review as needed. All right, let's talk about import and export. Remember, M means comes in, X means to exit. So if the United States is doing something with bananas, do we make bananas and send them out, or do we bring bananas in? We import bananas. We bring them into the United States. At the same time, what do we do with our oranges to Costa Rica? Well, we export our oranges to Costa Rica. We send them out. All right, let's talk about if these people are acting as producers or consumers. Remember, making or consuming. So we have Mark sets up a lemonade stand in his yard. Teresa buys a candy bar at the store. I don't know why some of these got cut off, I'm sorry. Logan is baking a cake for a friend. Jackie is eating an apple for lunch. Barbara is reading a book. And Joe earned $10 for washing his dad's car. So let's look. Mark setting up a lemonade stand is a producer. He's making a good or lemonade and selling it. Teresa buys a candy bar. She's a consumer because she's going to use it. Logan is baking a cake. He is producing or making. Jackie is eating an apple, so she's consuming. Barbara is reading a book. She's also consuming or using the book. And Joe earned money, which means he produced a service for his dad by washing his car. If you missed any of these or did not understand, I highly recommend you go back and read in your economics packet and look through your study guide before taking your test.